The Society of Professional Journalists, SPJ, is in Ukraine, re-equipping local Ukrainian reporters whose gear was damaged or lost during the ongoing Russian invasion.
The scale of the war is huge. The country is huge. Ukrainian journalists travel with their equipment across the country. They work long shifts under fire. And this equipment is breaking down. It just goes out of order and it puts the community of the journalists into risk.
On this trip, we want to help as many different people as possible. That's why we brought things like SD cards, high-capacity SSD drives, so that journalists can back up all their work, even if there's a power outage, and still edit while remaining on the go.
Дякую вам за роботу.
Дякую, SPJ, дякую.
Thank you, SPJ, for radio system. It is very important for my job.
It's great that SPJ donated some equipment for Ukrainian journalists. Many thanks for international solidarity, for journalist solidarity, because it's important to feel that we are not alone in these conditions.
Do you know about how many of your journalists are being held by Russians, and are they being held in Russia proper or in occupied territory?
For this moment, about 24 journalists are detained or arrested by Russians in Ukraine, Crimea, and newly occupied territories.
We can speak about terrible situation in the occupied territories where Russians took hostages. If they cannot take a journalist, they took his or her parents.
We interviewed the parents of Dmytro Heluk, who's still in Russian prison after nearly a year.
Нашого сина захопили в полон.
Вони знали, видно, що він журналіст. Замотали скотчем голову, наділи на стяжки на руки.
Нам доводиться звертатися до журналістів Америки, бо наші рідні брати тримають твоє дитя в полоні.
We see that Russians specifically target journalists in this war. Just a month ago, a journalist was killed in Kherson Oblast by a Russian sniper who just shot into his chest. And there was a press jacket with a very clear inscription. This case already went to the International Criminal Court in Hague.
8 days ago in the Donetsk region, we were covering the counter-offensive, and me and 3 other journalists, two of them from the New York Times, we were on our way out from that village when the shelling started. We were clearly marked as press. We were walking down the road, and then we got shelled by Russians. I need a camera, a good proper camera, because of the places that I go and the places that I've been. It's important. If I risk my life, I need to know that I'm doing it for a good story.